Hey there. Are you ready to up your wellness game? Well, I've got 5 apps for you that are available both on Android and iOS. So let's get started. What's winning, you guys? It's Coach Kale here. I just want to start this video by saying that I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. These are actual apps that I use daily for my own well-being, and so I thought that it would be really helpful if people had access to this stuff. I know there is a lot of competition out there, and there are very similar apps actually out there in the marketplace, but I use these. I've been using them for years, and I think we should definitely cover these apps because they're so important for our well-being. And if we're suffering from something like anxiety or depression, it's always good to have these tools available to you, especially when you can't get a hold of a counselor and, to talk it over in person. So let's get started. The first app I'm going to cover is calm.com. I've been a fan of Calm for a very, very long time. When they first started, they were just, soundscapes of like forests and deserts with like really high-res images. I mean, that's how far I've been following them for, like since like maybe 2013. So yeah, it's an amazing app because it has meditation, it has sleep stories, it has music. It has so many great features built into it. My favorite feature from Calm is the 10-minute daily Calm that I do every day, usually before my workday begins, at around 8:45 a.m. or so. And recently they launched something called Sleep Stories, which actually helps for those people who suffer from insomnia or anxious thoughts. It's always good to think about Tuscany or some other like exotic location before you go to bed. But I've also actually used Calm and the soundscapes that they've had while I'm working. One of my favorite soundscapes is the forest soundscape. So I just plug that in, have it run in the background while I'm actually like typing up reports or emails or whatever it is, just like when I'm actively trying to think. I'm not a big fan of listening to music. Some people are, I'm sure, but for me, it's a little bit too distracting. But I kind of like that artificial soundscape or just kind of like the feeling that you're in a open forest. But they have many, many soundscapes to choose from, like the beach and things like that. But feel free to jump in and give it a shot. It's well worth the subscription that I pay for it. Pretty cheap. Second app on my list is called Wysa or Wysa. I'm not sure how it's actually pronounced. It has been created by psychologists and psychiatrists, and it is an AI bot that you kind of plug in your feelings into, and it spits out, questions and things like that just to ask you how you're feeling. It also has an option to hire a therapist, an actual person to respond to you. So like it isn't as economical as the BetterHelp app or something like that. If you're feeling anxious or sad or depressed, and you need that quick fix or quick help, it's great to actually reach out to this app. And it's, obviously you're talking to a bot, but this bot has been worked on by a lot of professionals. So it's, the answers and the questions you get are actually quite helpful to your, immediate situation. I know for myself, when I was in a very stressful situation at work, it really did help me to kind of work through what I was feeling. So recently they've introduced a lot of new features that are kind of similar to Calm, like meditation and mindfulness breathing, things like that. And I definitely recommend that you go ahead and take a look. It's, free right now, so might as well get the best of it. The third app on my list is Fabulous. Fabulous is this app that I just tried out, especially when I was building this YouTube channel. I had a lot of reservations about actually being out here and being on YouTube, showing my face to the public, all these different like aspects, right? And so Fabulous helped coach me through those feelings of anxiety and also to set goals. Fabulous is an amazing app to kind of start building positive habits. I've talked about Atomic Habits and Make Your Bed and how the psychology of those books have taught me to build positive habits and to stack positive habits. Well, Fabulous is an app that helps you track those habits. One of the best things about my experience with Fabulous is that it makes you kind of imagine what your end result will be. When you start a path in the app, it shows you a message from your future self, a future self that has achieved all your goals. And that is kind of a nice visualization trick you can use on yourself. I mean, you don't need to use the app. You can do that right now with like a pen and paper, but it's always nice to kind of have this interactive kind of story built around you and your goals. In the app, you're given an avatar and you're on a quest. As you achieve your micro goals day by day, it actually tracks your achievements over time. and the app builds a story around you. It's really cool if you're a very creative type and loves quest stories. It totally gamifies goal setting. So, I mean, I would totally recommend it. The fourth app on my list is Elevate Brain Training. Elevate Brain Training is an awesome app to kind of build up your mental prowess. So I spend 10 minutes every day going through the app and solving puzzles. This has really improved my cognitive sharpness. I was actually pretty skeptical that an app would help me do anything like that, but after some time, I started noticing the changes that were happening in my day-to-day life. I had answers much faster than other people would. And quick calculations, things that you don't quite think about, but when you're at the grocery store, it just comes to me now. It's pretty amazing. I would definitely recommend any type of brain exercise for cognitive enhancement. It totally helps your wellness overall. So like if you've ever seen that movie Limitless, it's kind of like that. It just tweaks your brain a little bit and makes you so much sharper than you would have, been like if you were doing your day-to-day work. Elevate also has this really good feature where it tracks your performance over time. You can actually see yourself improving. And so most of the time you'd feel like, oh man, I'm actually like getting smarter. It just kind of feel like that. If that isn't wellness related, I don't know what is. The last app on my list is Trello. Trello is a Kanban app, but I use it just because I like to keep track of my to-do lists. And the best thing about using Trello is that once you have a to-do list, you can take things off your mind. It'll make you feel so much better not to think about what you have to do on any given day. If you can just put things down in an ordered list and then keep moving things from left to right, hey, you're also getting a bonus by getting that little dopamine hit when things get done. So, I mean, you should definitely use this. This is an amazing little app just for the sake of staying sane with your to-do lists. Those are my top 5 wellness and mindfulness apps. If you have any other app suggestions, please put them down in the comments down below, and I'll make sure to try them out. If you like this kind of content, feel free to like, subscribe, and of course hit that beautiful notification button. And I'll see you next time. This is Coach Kale signing out saying, let's be better.